Hey guys, it's DJ. I am back. So we're going to continue interrogating Maya about her relationship with Craig and what her alimony or what her disposition is on with what happened between 1:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning or what have you. So I think what I'm going to ask her next, is, I want to ask her about if she can explain the public reaction to canceling Fuzzy and Bill, because remember on the laptop in the motel, those kids, or maybe not kids, men, were like freaking out about the movie being canceled, the movie, oh my gosh, the game. So let's just go ahead and ask her about that.
Craig started Fuzzy and Bill as an online comic, right? And then spun off into an indie comic book. Popular, but a cult thing.
Oh, comic.
So when the game was announced, it was like, I don't know, the second coming or something to those comic nerds. So of course they went postal when the game was scrapped.
How postal did they go?
They're hardcore fans of the comic, and a vocal minority that stirs up all kinds of online trouble. But they're still a minority. All talk and no sell-through. A few thousand crying fans is nothing when hit games sell millions of copies. I mean, have you heard of Fuzzy and Bill?
What I don't get is how this Fuzzy and Bill game is tied to launching Gut Wrench 3.
LZP is a successful company, for sure, but a small one. We only have so much personnel, and for that matter, cash flow. And anyway, my marketing research showed that another Fuzzy and Bill would never generate enough sales to break even, let alone show a profit. But Gut Wrench 3, on the other hand, builds on two enormously successful games, and is what the mass public wants commercially. We'll achieve total market penetration with Gut Wrench 3. It's a no-brainer.
Okay. Let's see. Why were you wearing costumes at the booth? I don't remember her wearing.
Again, realism and promotion. All of us here would role-play a combat situation. Right in the booth, every few minutes. Which is why I'm dressed for action. And, sadly, Stan is too.
I don't understand. What's the point of play-acting shoot-'em-up?
To bring the game to life. To make the buyers feel like they were inside the game. To stimulate them to see our game over every other one here. Listen, a trade show is a kind of carnival. And this was effective. And yes, it was my idea. And hey, I'd have gone farther with it if I could. I wanted to fire off blanks, but the fire marshal nixed it. Too unsafe.
So you had no form of live ammunition in your play acting?
Nothing.
Well, let's hope she's telling the truth, you guys, because, what cracks me up about her talking about, oh, I want it to be real. I want it to be real. It's like, okay, well, you got your reality, okay? Someone actually got shot. There you go. I mean, is that enough for you? You think people are going to buy the game now? I mean, you pretty much took it to the limit. I mean, that's as real as you can get. And right now, I'm having a hard time finding the motive, thinking of a motive of why someone would go that far, unless they just, all I can think about is Craig hates Stan, probably, because Stan, nicked his game. So maybe Craig was like, oh, I'm so mad because I got Gut Wrench 3. I'm so pissed off. Whoop-de-woo. I'm going to take my revenge. Or maybe it was just some nerd who never has been mentioned in this game. And, I don't know. So let's ask her, was Stan supposed to, quote-unquote, die during your reenactments? It's not funny, but really.
Yeah, he was. Not for real, of course.
Are you serious?
But his role was to take the hit, yes, and I was the shooter. We rehearsed it a couple times right before I left last night. I just point the empty gun at him, timing it to the demo, and mime to the game's sound effects.
Tell us about these angry notes on your marketing materials.
Look, when you get hired for a job, it's because you got the right credentials, right? I've got a master's in marketing, but Stan thinks he knows how to do my job better because he's a guy. These last 2 weeks, man, they've been brutal.
What do you mean?
The company's come under a lot of critical fire lately, over the same old blah blah, excessive violence, lack of morality. I tried to tell him that negative publicity was a good thing, but he told me I just didn't get it. I'm a woman in a man's world, you know? If a girl doesn't play hardball, she gets rolled over. I worked too hard to have some chauvinist like Stan keep me from reaching my goals. I mean, I'm sorry he's dead. He was talented. This wasn't anything you'd kill anybody over. A professional disagreement that got a little ugly, is all.
That didn't sound very sincere. Look, I'm sorry he's dead, okay? Jeez. Get over it. That's what I took out of that conversation. Why did you reply to Stan's text message?
I'm a professional, but I'm human, okay? He was unprofessional and would not let the hell up, so I snapped back. That's one of those bad things about text messaging, you know? You wind up writing things you'd never say.
Oh, you're a real good actress. Oh. Let's ask her where she was between 1:30 and 2 a.m. Now, Craig's car is parked in the Sphere's downstairs garage, and I'm pretty sure they were staying at the Sphere. So, between 1:30 and 2:10, what the heck? It couldn't have been a really long walk, you know?
We have security video showing you getting back to your room half an hour after you left Craig's. Your hotel room is less than 5 minutes away. What, you stopped to gamble?
No, I'd already gambled enough going for a one-night backseat stand. In fact, I sat at the curb and just held my head in my hands and thought about my life and my kid, and I said I was human. A tired human who let go for once. Fresh air felt good.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Oh, look. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, CSI. Maya has no alibi between 1:30 a.m. and 2 a.m. Says she was on a park bench. Tch. Yeah, right. We can have that, we can use that evidence against her, that testimony. Let me check my time. Alright, I just have a couple minutes left, so, there you have it, guys. She whips up a story really quick. She's really good at that. I love layers. It's almost like, I mean, I would never take up, you know, crime investigation or become a detective or, you know, or anything like that, but I love studying, you know, how people act, you know. It's awesome. It's just like, you know, it's weird, but I'm sure a lot of you guys who like these games find it kind of clever, you know, how they kind of come up with things and it really does emulate real life. I mean, how people just make things up on the spot. You can tell when they're lying. So, and I will be, you know, equally amused if she isn't. So, we got a lot of evidence. So, you know, that's pretty much what I'm going to say. I'm going to wrap it up. My dog is probably ready to go potty. So, you know, not that you guys need to know that, but see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.